All right, so I want to talk first about the Bondi beach attack. We'll get into the details soon enough after our theme. But Barack Obama, former president, was right on the issue.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he was. Although not necessarily in the way that you may think.
Yeah.
Yes, he was technically against the shooting.
Technically against.
Yes. But he said it was heartening to see a father spend quality time with his son in the action. Yes.
Oh, that's sweet.
It's
though.
sweet.
Yeah,
that's because it was a father-son killer.
Yeah.
So you can't say this was an absent father.
No.
Way too many these days, and he was not one of them.
Yeah.
All right, this may fall under the too soon category. I admit that.
Oh, God.
We'll talk about this later.
Yeah.
Obviously, horrific stuff.
Yeah.
Actually knew somebody whose son was maimed. He's one of the wounded.
Oh, God. Damn.
And it's really horrific when you think about it. Again, we'll talk about it soon enough. But
right.
Here I have my son.
Yeah.
Throwing himself into harm's way by joining the Israeli army,
Yeah.
understanding that he may be risking his life.
Right.
And his son, he's a Chabad Orthodox rabbi,
Yeah.
he went to Australia. And they were going to have a great time celebrating Hanukkah. And he's the one who gets maimed, not my son. It only goes to show that you can plan all you want, but terrible things can happen regardless of your choices.
Yeah.
So, yes, going into the army is an inherently risky proposition, especially the Israeli army.
Yeah.
But you could just as well be terribly hurt somewhere else. So, anyway, well, not to be too maudlin about the subject, but it's a fact.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Our theme today is about evolution and the waning of that concept.
Wait, are you saying I'm not a fish? I'm
saying you're not a
or
fish.
a dinosaur? I forget which one I'm supposed to be.
Nor a monkey, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you are a monkey, in fairness to you.
Yeah.
Okay. We've demonstrated that advances in science are actually showing the absurdity of the evolutionary model.
Yeah.
As early as 1962, by the way, I'm quoting from my new book coming up, Atheism Steals.
Nice.
So it's kind of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
As early as 62, scientists like Fred Hoyle, who had been an atheist,
Right.
were making fun of evolution. He said that the likelihood of life forming by itself was absurd. He said it's 1 to the number with 40,000 knots, meaning zeros, after it. That's a big enough factor to bury Darwin and the whole theory of evolution. There was, and this is his quote, there was no primeval soup, neither on this planet nor any other, and if the beginnings of life were not random, they must therefore have been the product of purposeful intelligence.
Yeah.
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 That's from Fred Hoyle.
Right.
He's a little bit smarter than you and me. Well, he's definitely smarter than me.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Or because he
You're
doesn't
pretty
believe
smart.
in evolution. That
Yes. Once you don't believe in evolution, you're a dummy. But that's the point. And this is really what I want to get to.
Yeah.
There's a tipping point.
Yeah.
And the tipping point is very interesting. It's where we talked about this before, about the burden of proof, right?
Yeah.
It's flipped.
Right.
But this is a little different. It's a tipping point where I remember as a little kid, I would go get my father some cigars from the local store. I was 9, 10 years old, riding my bike. It was okay to do that. Everyone smoked.
Right.
Whether it was cigars or cigarettes, mostly cigarettes. And you would go to, if you went to an office or a home, people would routinely, not 100% of the time, but routinely offer you a cigarette.
Yeah.
Would you, can I get you a cigarette?
Oh, yeah. There were ashtrays everywhere.
Yeah. In the same way that people today offer you, can I get you some coffee or water or juice? They wouldn't, if you actually offer somebody, oh, listen, you okay? Can I get you a cigarette? They would say, what? What are you talking about? Right? It's flipped. It's
right.
That the whole standard is flipped on that. And I think that's wonderful. It should be that way. But there's something, at some point now, it's become dastardly if you're a smoker. Right? Maybe a little too much for that matter. But and I think they lied about the secondhand smoke. But you get the idea that people are now really against smoking. And if you light up, they will look at you in a funny way.
Oh, yeah.
Why do I bring up smoking?
Yeah.
Because I think evolution, the theory of evolution, is going to flip just the same way.
You think people are going to get annoyed? Like,
I think people, to believe in evolution, will be like people who smoke cigarettes routinely.
Yeah.
And I don't know, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, if you were to say that, I don't know about this evolution theory, people would look at you like you're a moron.
Oh, no, I've been there.
Right.
Yeah.
Things are beginning to change.
Yeah.
People are beginning to say, look, you can't just hold on to this theory when all the science is now completely mocking it.
Yeah.
And we just talked about the fine-tuning argument, which is the 1 to the 40,000 zeros, to have that actually happen.
Yeah.
So other scientists include Stephen Meyer, Michael Bay, Alan Sandage, Charles Towns, and many, many more.
Yeah.
It's a tough, more and more scientists are questioning it. This premise of randomness and the origins of the universe, the Earth, life, and intelligent life for that matter.
Yeah.
To them, the probabilities and the extraordinary perfect fine-tuning of everything naturally dictates that there must be a creator who designed everything with intelligence. So it's a tough pill to swallow for some other scientists.
Yeah.
To them, this pill is not just tough, it comes with thorns.
Right.
It's laced with acid, and I don't know, it's likely to explode as you, down on the way down your throat.
Totally. Yeah.
They cannot fathom the idea. They will not, it's too much. Even though they, as scientists, should understand, okay, there's something purposeful.
Right.
No one's saying that that's God. No one's saying that. I believe it.
Right.
But the idea of a creator, that should be something that's kind of obvious.
Right.
We're not saying what he looks like.
No.
We're not saying, where he might be located.
Yeah.
We are simply saying that there appears to be design in this universe.
Yeah.
Start with that.
Yeah.
And if you don't start with that, then you're really missing out.
Right.
Because if you're totally throwing that out, then what are you studying?
Yeah.
What's the point? Doesn't it get you to the next level if you assume there's a design? Then you can achieve great things. For example, okay, this is a great example.
Right.
A 10,000 piece puzzle.
Yeah.
Okay, and you don't know anything about it. Okay, all you know is a bunch of pieces and there's some color to them and they're tiny.
Right.
And you start making connections, and you say, wait, there might be a design to this.
To puzzle, sir.
Yeah, to
Good,
puzzle.
sir.
This might actually create an image of something
Yeah.
that I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
Yeah.
Let's see what the actual design is.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't say, well, after matching only 2 pieces, you say, well, there's nothing to this. This is random.
Yeah.
Right? No, it's designed.
Yeah.
And you would continue on with it. But if the minute you reject design, then first of all, are you actually advancing science at all?
Right.
But aren't you missing out?
Yeah.
Are you making it harder for yourself? If you assume there's a design, then you want to go further.
Right.
What is that design, and what does he or the creator want from me?
Yeah.
That opens up a lot of doors.
Completely.
It's very exciting.
And the thing that gets me when you watch about because I do like nature sometimes and watching YouTube things, it's so easy now. I don't know if it's because of the revolution
Absolutely.
to replace evolution with God.
Right.
They'll say, oh, evolution turned this fish into that. Well, we could say the same with God.
Right.
They actually treat evolution as a God. So I agree with you. It is going to be a bitter, dark pill. They will have to get rid of their little religion.
Right. Laced with acid.
Yep. Laced with acid.
Explosive device inside once it's inside you.
And prickly little things that stick.
Absolutely. Anyway, so why is it that these scientists who are resistant to evolution, why are they? One theory, and this is just me speaking, is that such scientists have devoted their entire lives to science and to entertain God into their worldview now would violate their entire Weltanschauung, which just means worldview in German. To them, God is the opposite of science.
Yeah.
So pursuing God as an ultimate explanation for anything is a cop-out for them. It's the too easy answer to explain extraordinarily complex things.
They call it the God of the gaps.
That's
then
right.
It's like it's an excuse, not no, we actually get to discover more God.
Yeah. And they imagine themselves rolling up their sleeves. We have work to do.
Yeah.
And we're not about to turn off our brains when we're on the cusp of figuring everything out.
On the cusp.
The cusp.
We're on the cusp.
All right. So theory number two,
Yeah.
is that they dread that they have to be accountable And that accountability comes necessarily with any serious believing in a creator. And that's too strong. They must realize that it means something if you accept the creator. That's what's really going on. I've always believed that. To them, the prospect of a creator is like hearing the terrifying sound of heavy footsteps, dragging what sounds like a long baseball bat in the dark hallway.
Yeah.
And they know it's coming for them. That's what it's like. It's like that movie Inglourious Bastards, right? So they'll do anything they can to get away from that.
Yeah.
But they can't escape it. Worse, with each passing year, science is actually pointing more and more to some intelligent designer, not less, much more.
Yeah.
So here are a couple things. There's the Big Bang Theory, that the universe actually had a beginning.
Yep.
The fine-tuning of the universe, which we talked about in numbers, but what that means is that the strengths of gravity, electromagnetism, the strong force, didn't even know that there was such a thing, right?
Yeah.
The strong force. The cosmological constant, et cetera, all sit in narrowly life-friendly ranges.
Yeah.
If you change them slightly, then the universe as we know it just goes poof.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how delicate it is, or not delicate, but how finely tuned it is.
Yeah.
Then there's the Genome Project about the discovery of genes and such, which is incredibly. The discovery of the cell as a factory of vast, incredibly interdependent molecular mechanisms. It's like every cell that you have is like a little city unto itself. So, yeah, it's surprising.
No,
right?
I'm just saying, like, but factories, don't they just appear? Don't they just evolve? Like, right?
Yeah,
like,
that's true. I didn't think
Honda
about that.
factories just suddenly come to be.
Right. Well, that's what it is. But every cell is like that. When Darwin was around, they didn't even know what a cell was. They had a concept of it.
Right.
But they certainly didn't know the details of it.
Yeah.
They just thought people were like blobs.
Right.
And so that was their understanding. They didn't have a better. The new facts arrived and they couldn't deal with it.
Yeah.
And that's, from a scientific point of view, it's inexcusable.
Yeah.
When new facts like this arrive, it completely alters the probability of the explanation of the origins. And again, we're not saying that you have to say that it's God or Jesus. You don't have to believe in any of the Bible for that matter.
Right.
But you do have to say there's a creator, a designer, and it was designed intelligently. What he wants, we can all discuss that.
Right.
We can all argue about it. You can say that he's evil. You can say he's good. But you have to say that there's a design.
Yeah.
Everything else we can argue. There's a completely different argument for why I think the creator is the God of the Torah.
Yeah.
And then we can continue on for our Christian friends who can explain why that's the same God of the New Testament.
Right.
Total respect.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So these are great examples of how things have changed.
Yeah.
Another thing is the Cambrian explosion, which showed that life appeared in sudden massive bursts of new species.
Yeah.
Not the gradual, slightly improved iterations that you hear from evolution from one species to another, right?
Right.
Then there's the rare earth concept, the privileged planet phenomenon. That means that complex life on any planet requires hundreds, not just a couple, but hundreds of coincidences.
Oh, yeah.
Right kind of galaxy neighborhood, right kind of star. The planet must be in a stable orbit, just the right distance away from the main star, our sun, for example.
Yeah.
Plate tectonics, people don't understand that. Magnetic field, a big moon is also essential to keep our Earth in gravitational lock.
Yeah.
Gas giant bodyguards like Jupiter, which sucks away the giant would-be asteroid collisions. The unreasonable effectiveness of mathematics in the natural sciences.
Yeah.
It's bizarre how math works so beautifully. We can't seem to understand that.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that's so fascinating is that, like, it shouldn't. If it's evolution just random, there would be no constants.
Right.
At all.
There's no reason to have the laws of physics.
Right.
Which everyone's very excited about. And there are laws of physics.
And
we're discovering them.
Right.
And now we apply them.
Right.
But why should they be constant? Why?
And laws are not just don't evolve. Kind of with liberals they do. But, like, usually there's actually somebody who says, we're going to write this law, create this law, institute this law.
Right.
There's a lawgiver, if you will.
Then there's the stubborn mystery of life's origin.
Yeah.
There is no generally accepted, detailed, naturalistic pathway from chemistry to the first living, self-replicating cell. They can't do it.
Yeah.
They cannot explain it. They can't replicate that. You would think that, you'd be able to do it. I mean, we can create water.
Right.
Right? It's not hard to do.
No.
But why can't we create something, even a simple single organism?
Right.
Just out of nothing. We can't do it.
Yeah.
Anyway, there'll be more discoveries like these. That's the point. And the discoveries will come like a snowball rolling downhill.
Yeah.
Getting bigger and bigger, coming to us with more force and greater speed. So far from taking us away from God, they will take us ever closer to God.
Right.
Or at least the Creator. But to the atheist, the pivot must feel like a brutal betrayal.
Yeah.
Like in Return of the Jedi, when the Emperor Palpatine realizes Darth Vader has turned on him, and now Vader has tossed him into oblivion. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, I thought we had a deal, man.
Yeah. We're friends,
Emperor
right?
Palpatine said. Oh man. Or maybe it feels like when the Trojans took in that huge wooden horse.
Yeah.
Right. The Trojans thought it was a gift.
Yeah.
Science. That's my metaphor. They welcomed it with open arms, but instead it ended up slaughtering them all.
Yeah.
Right? It's got to be embarrassing when you think of it.
Right.
So say, hey, Hector, whatever happened with that large wooden horse you were so excited about the other day? I don't want to talk about it.
How's all of your brothers and cousins? Let's not talk.
Yeah, they thought science was the answer for them to wipe out God.
Yeah.
But instead, it wiped them out.
But they were always,
I like that.
The original scientists were saying they're discovering God and discovering God's work. The point, like the way they actually served their religion and honored God was by understanding him more. And then these new wave communists, let's call them what they are, came in and said, oh no, we're going to take God out. And it's like,
they're completely
you can't,
separate,
bro.
yeah.
You're not more powerful than God. Yeah.
For generations, atheists to that point spoke as if science belonged to them.
Yep. Yeah.
As if it was their private arsenal.
Yeah.
But in the last century, scientific facts have not behaved. It's not so much that the good guys stole the weaponry from the enemy and then repainted it and turned the weaponry back toward the very trenches that had built them, like after Hamilton stole the British cannons from the battery at the southern tip of Manhattan in 1775.
Yeah.
It's more like the weaponry has seemingly turned on its owners, marched out of their arsenals and right into the hands of the resistance.
Just like a life, it came out of their control. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's not so much that we're learning that believers now use science against the atheists. It's not even that science was equally in the domain of belief.
Yeah.
It's that we're learning that God is science.
Yeah. Nice.
It's also that science, math, logic, and statistics are all validations of God's existence.
Yeah.
While also serving as tools to find him.
Yep.
Okay. That's my conclusion section of the book. I'm very proud of this book.
That is really a good book. Yeah. That is a good idea. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. That's the theme.
Yeah.
I love that theme. I'm just fascinated with God and proving God and realizing God's existence. It's, look, if you just have faith in God, that's great. And that's all you need. Yeah. Great. Fantastic. I'm just saying, it's like loving music.
Yeah.
And then understanding why the music works so well.
Yeah.
Right? Like I love the Beatles.
Yeah.
We talked about this a little bit before.
Yeah.
Fantastic music. But I like to study why the Beatles are so good.
Yeah.
And I could dissect these things,
right,
deconstruct them, and then say, okay, this is why, the magic of the Beatles.
Yeah. And,
there are many reasons. One is they kind of really developed the bridge inside rock and roll. That's very important.
Right.
They also had 4 composers, 3 main composers, but actually Ringo Starr was also a composer.
Ringo Starr
and so they
awesome.
had this fantastic ability to be able to bring in so much music and all quality, and a lot of differences in the albums too.
Yeah.
And their desire to grow. Anyway, it's studying science. It's the difference between believing in God and studying God.
Right.
And why God is necessary.
Yeah.
All right, the Bondi Beach attack. So terrible situation.
Yeah.
15 killed. When I first wrote this, it was
15
11,
now.
15 dead.
Oh my God.
And I think like 50, maybe 40 have been terribly injured, including my friend's son, who just happened to be in Australia, along with his Chabad friends.
Yeah.
So, look, the good news is there was one guy, a Muslim guy, as it turns out,
Yeah.
who stopped one of the. I think he stopped the father.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He stopped one of them, and God knows how many people he saved just by stopping that one schmuck. But how does this all turn out? It's a gun control discussion.
Yeah.
Never mind that Australia has the most drastic gun control laws.
Yeah.
And here we are with a massive killing. And never mind also that we can have these same killings with just knife attacks. It happens a lot. Or explosions. I mean, people talk about gun control and they say, well, you have so much more maiming with machine guns. Okay, that's fair. But you can kill a lot of people with IEDs too.
Acid.
Or acid.
You don't even need to kill them. Just completely disfigure them.
Disfigure that. And that, unfortunately, tragically is happening as well.
Yeah. But
no, it's not funny. It's true. It's just horrific.
Yeah.
Look, had a good guy with a gun been there might not have been this many people killed.
Yeah.
Even the guys with the guns, the policemen, they did nothing.
Oh, they were tragically, yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to say about that. It's offensive.
Yeah.
Very, very bizarre. Anyway, I told you about, okay, so this relates a little bit. It's because all these things were happening at the same time.
Yeah.
The Rob Reiner murder.
Yeah.
Now, Rob Reiner, fantastic director. Unbelievable. Some of my favorite films. My favorite of his films. Well, let me ask you, what is your favorite film of his?
Probably Princess Bride.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is the correct answer.
I got it. Yeah.
You have won a prize.
I switched up because Harry Met Sally. There's so many good ones.
It's really good. There's a few good men. Harry Met Sally. What else? Stand By Me, which I love.
I always forget that he did Stand By Me with Richard Dreyfuss. My God, it was good. Yeah.
Did he also do Shawshank Redemption?
No, I think that's Brian De Palma, but
definitely not Brian De Palma.
No.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
He's looking it up. Look at this. All right. Let me speak about Rob Reiner murder.
Yeah.
So, look, Trump went out with a tweet or a post, whatever, and saying, I'm sorry he died. He shouldn't have gone this way, but he was a really terrible man.
Yeah.
And just went on and on. It was not the right thing.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like not the time.
Yeah.
Okay. You could have waited a little bit. And there's so many ways to say, look, I didn't like him. He didn't like me. I didn't like his personality or anything else. But damn it, that was horrible what happened to him. Okay, I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemies.
Yeah.
And he's not my worst enemy. So may he, live in peace. May God rest his soul. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
You could say that if you really wanted to say it. If you wanted to see anything other than, may he rest in peace. That's all you do. But that was just an unfortunate thing for Trump. It was a misstep.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're outraged that they'd be saying nasty things about Rob Reiner. And I'm not saying Reiner deserved any of the nasty stuff. But I will go further, and I'll also say that his family should be left alone for a good deal of time so that they can mourn, right?
Yeah.
I'm not excited about that Trump tweet. I get it. But the reason why also is it was just unnecessary.
Yeah.
It doesn't advance the cause whatsoever. I mean, how many people are going to say, yeah, good point, Trump? Yeah. And it goes counter to the incredible humanity that we know about Trump.
Yeah.
So, but people make mistakes, I suppose, right? I mean, I certainly have.
Yeah.
A couple of my entire life.
A couple of tweets.
But the libs themselves were all too happy to talk about Charlie Kirk in the same way.
Oh, way worse.
Way worse, right?
Way worse.
By comparison, nowhere in Trump's tweet did Trump gloat about the murders of the Reiners or say that Reiner deserved it. But the far left were very gloating and said repeatedly how Kirk deserved it and gloated about it. They were thrilled about it.
Yeah.
Look, I get it. He's the president, and Democrats, at least the person on the street, they're just people on the street, and we deserve more from the president.
Right.
But we're seeing the congressmen and congresswomen say, having said horrible things about Kirk as well.
Oh, yeah.
And we know that because, just take a listen from, what's her name? Your girlfriend, Ilhan Omar. Right?
Oh, she's a sweetie.
Yes,
Yeah.
here she is.
I just think it was the video where it called him Dr. Frankenstein and said his monster shot him through the neck. I mean, obviously this is a person, and looking at this is someone who was a husband and a father, and in the days after his shocking death that happened as a result of his views, or it happened as a result as he was sharing his views publicly with people, that people found it jarring to hear such criticism of that in the immediate aftermath of
What
someone's death.
I find jarring is that there are so many people willing to excuse the most reprehensible things that he said, that they agree with that they're willing to have monuments for him, that they want to create a day to honor him, and that they want to produce resolutions in the House of Congress honoring his life and legacy. It is one thing to care about his life, because obviously so many people loved him, including his children and wife. But I am not going to sit here and be judged for not wanting to honor any legacy this man has left behind. That should be in the dustbin of history, and we should hopefully move on and forget the hate that he spewed every single day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Right. So please, spare me your righteousness, your indignation with what Trump has said. Again, what he said could have been much better. Yeah. But that was far worse.
Completely.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not surprised. I'm just not surprised.
Yeah.
All right. At the same time, I wish people would really give a damn about more important things than Trump's tweet.
Yeah.
Like what's happening at Bondi Beach.
Yeah.
And what's happening generally to the Jewish community. It's this terrible attack in the LA Temple, the Wilshire Boulevard Temple.
Wait, what? I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, there was an attack. It was about 2 weeks ago.
Okay, yeah.
And they tried to disrupt. They did a little bit of property damage. Nobody was hurt, thank God. But they tried to prevent people from going in and getting out. It was pretty awful.
Yeah.
And then you have Brown University.
Oh, my God.
And there was an attack there. It looks like it was a anti-Jewish attack. But regardless, it appears from witnesses that he said Allahu Akbar before the shooting.
Yep.
And that's a pretty bad thing.
Yeah.
And look, they don't know who the killer is. They're still searching for him, although there are some rumors that they do suspect one student who apparently has the same body shape and who is trans and also anti-Israel and pro-Muslim and pro-Palestine and so on.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it's the same guy. I wonder, okay? It's not like 1 to the 40,000s, like evolution, like we talked about.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's worth asking that guy.
Yeah.
Who knows? But it's really remarkable to me they don't have a real serious lead here. So I think it would be worthwhile talking to that particular student that I'm talking about and just grilling him.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Or that's the culture rule where it's kind of has evolved where if they don't release immediately who he is and they have all of this tape, it probably is something they embrace and a certain group of people. And if it was a white man who was MAGA,
that's right.
It would be plastered all over everywhere.
You're so right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so true.
Yeah.
There was also an attack on the New York subway because a guy was, very visibly Jewish.
Yeah. He
wore a kippah. I think he actually had the hair curls and such. So it was clear. And they really tried to intimidate. They started punching him. And that's nothing new. Yeah. Thankfully, this guy wasn't beaten to a pulp like you see so many other cases.
God.
But it's pretty awful out there. And but the good news, it appears that New York City Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani does give a damn about such things.
Nice.
What, you say? He issued a statement, I tells you.
Oh, good.
Which he posted on social media accounts, calling the attack of the Bondi Beach attack a vile act of anti-Semitic terror.
Oh, good.
And the latest, most horrifying iteration in a growing pattern of violence targeted at Jewish people across the world.
Yeah.
Mamdani, an outspoken critic of Israel, whose statements on the conflict and refusal to disavow the globalize the Intifada slogan have rolled and divided the Jewish community, said that the deadly attack should be met with urgent action to counter anti-Semitism. He also reiterated his pledge to work every day to keep Jewish New Yorkers safe on our streets, our subways, at shul, and every moment of every day. I recommend that they move. That way they'll be safe.
He said that?
No, he didn't say that last part. But that's really,
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
So look, he's talking out of both sides of his mouth.
Right.
It's to say otherwise, it's really on the one hand, globalize the Intifada. How wonderful it is, and how he hates Israel, and how he's going to arrest the prime minister of Israel when he comes in.
Yeah.
And the other hand, I love Jews.
Yeah.
Really? It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Now, I love, by contrast, our good president,
Yeah.
Donald J. Trump.
Nice.
Now, take a listen. He's got a Hanukkah celebration at the White House.
Yeah.
And Mark Levin comes in. He's being honored as well as
nice.
part of that celebration.
Yeah.
And take a listen. He wants Mark Levin to come up. Take a listen.
There's no question about it. Come on up here, Mark. Get up here. Come on up. What a beautiful couple. Did you get lucky? If you weren't a genius, you wouldn't have a wife like this. Mark, say a couple of words. Come here, darling. And these people do like Israel.
Hold on. And he loves Israel too.
It's true.
2 seconds. Just 2 seconds. 6 years ago, I was up here, and I said, "This is our first Jewish president."
It's true.
Now he's the first Jewish president to serve two not consecutive presidencies. We thank you
That's
for
right.
everything.
That's right. Bad things happened on the second one. Namely, the election was rigged. And we found out, and you see that happening. But
And you are the greatest president.
Thank you very much.
And God bless you.
All right, so you get the gist of it.
Yeah.
In this clip,
Yeah.
you see him saying, yeah, it's true. I love Israel.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, I'm the first Jewish president.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very fair statement. Mind you, Mark Levin was not a big fan of Trump
No.
in 2016. He really reluctantly voted for him, and everyone was waiting for him to kind of throw his hat in the ring. He really preferred, I think it was Ted Cruz, which is fine. I get that. I also preferred Ted Cruz at the time. And we were all reluctantly realizing, okay, we're going to have to vote for Trump because, we're not going to vote for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
And he went on Mark Levin and said, you know what, we're going to vote for Trump. And I endorse Trump at this point. Let's hope for the best.
Yeah.
And now look at him.
Right.
He's putting his arm around Trump in a loving way. He's so happy with him.
Yeah.
And Mark Levin, of course, is saying wonderful, wonderful things otherwise about Trump. It's great to hear.
Right.
So let's hope great things will happen in the future with it. Now, I want to also play, speaking about Israel and Jews generally speaking, something that I really want to make sure doesn't get away from us.
Yeah.
That there is a corner of the internet of people that want to point and blame the Jews for all their problems. Everybody, this is demonic and it's from the pit of hell. And it should not be tolerated, period. But it goes to a deeper, more structural problem of an entire generation that has economic resentment. They don't own anything. They're not getting married. They're not having children. They're depressed. They're anxious. They're staring at their screens all day long. And if all of a sudden your extrapolation of all that is, well, it's the Jews' fault, that is sloppy and shallow thinking. And not only that, they say, oh, it's the Jews' fault. Okay, let's kind of play this out. Well, tuberculosis, that used to kill about 1 billion people. It's a group of Jewish scientists that came up with the antibiotic that cured tuberculosis. How about CPR, the MRI machine? There's over 500 million lives that were saved over the last 50 years because of people that were Jewish scientists that were working on things. They'll never say thank you to the Jews, but they'll always say shame on the Jews. It's weird how that works. And finally, they always blame the Jews for stuff. Jewish people are an ethnicity. So therefore, definitionally, you have people that are secular, orthodox, religious, that are all over the spectrum. You're trying to blame an entire ethnicity for a singular problem. Hold on, let's take a step back here. Instead of that, what could you possibly do in your own personal life to improve your own state of being? If you are blaming 0.02% of the world's population for all of your problems, that is not going to be good for your soul. It's not good for your psychology. It's not good for your future in any way, shape, or form. And so I would just say this, that any young person that goes into this hyper online brain rot, you are serving yourself over to your own demise. You are serving yourself into a suicide mission that will not make you happier and not make you healthier. Instead, here's what your attitude should be. Your attitude should be like, I can't own stuff, I got it, can't own a home, that not getting married, I don't know who to date. Instead, wow, the challenges are immense. I'm going to now overcome all those challenges and go on an adventure. I'm going to prove everyone wrong. I'm now not going to be a victim. I'm going to be a victor. I'm going to dig deep. This is still a great country. This is a free country. I'm going to use my agency. I'm going to use my ability. And I'm not just going to go point in the corner and be like, I'm overweight because of the Jews. Women don't want to date me because of the Jews. How about this? As Jordan Peterson would say, sit up straight with your shoulders back, follow the rules for life, make yourself interesting, learn something new every single day, and instead of pointing at a small group of people and engaging in this brain rot, become a better person. You'll be a happier and healthier, more joyful and productive person because of it.
Okay, so that was Charlie Kirk, of course, and
Right.
that was 20 days before he was murdered.
Wow.
Okay? So to all you schmucks out there that claim somehow Charlie was against Israel, against the Jews, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He loved, I spoke to Charlie.
Yeah.
He loved the Jews.
Yeah.
He was amazed with them. He saw them as a chosen people. He had the numbers down, the
Right.
0.2% of the world's population. He's 100% right.
Yeah.
And this victimizing attitude that people have, that's the source of a lot of anti-Semitism. That's what you're seeing out there. And people are cheering that on because they can't stand the idea that the Jews are a reminder of what you can be.
Right.
And that's what I love. He synthesized those things together. He didn't just talk about how awful it was to blame the Jews for X, Y, or Z.
Right.
He went further and he said, you need to take command
Yeah.
of your own life. Stop being a freaking victim.
Right.
Stand up straight, 12 rules of life. Stop blaming everybody else. You are in charge. You have your own agency.
Right.
And if anything, look to the Jews and say, okay, I'll have what they're having.
Yeah.
Okay? Like speaking about
Right,
Rob
Harry
Reiner's
met
movie,
Sally,
right? When
One
Harry
of the
met Sally.
greatest moments,
That
yeah.
is the best thing you can do,
Yeah.
right? The other day I said, all the other countries should look at America and say, well, let's just do the same thing that they're doing. Have the
Right.
exact same government.
Yeah.
Okay? Different language, of course. Just exactly the same freaking thing.
Right.
And we might succeed.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you do that when you see a group of people that are doing well?
Right.
And they've got great families. They educate themselves. They're doctors and lawyers and very high in society because they believe in that stuff. They never consider themselves victims, even though we are being victimized, as we can now see,
Yeah.
right? Greatly. But we move forward with that. We don't let that define us.
Right.
We say we are responsible for our own lives. And that's what I love about Trump. He gets that. He gets it. Charlie Kirk gets it. And a lot of other really good Christians get it.
Yeah.
Okay? One of my favorite Christians, Robert Stearns from Eagle's Wings.
Yeah.
An amazing man who brings pastors from all over the country to Israel.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We've had him as a guest, actually. So anyway, people like him, people like Charlie, people like President Trump, thank God we have him.
Yeah.
And great things are happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Trump-
can I just say one thing
Yeah,
to
please.
it? I think I know why Ilhan Omar wants to put him in the dustbin of history.
Oh, I like that.
All turns around, right?
Yes.
Because that was his message.
Well, now that you mentioned Ilhan Omar again,
Sweet,
I
sweet
will.
baby love. Yeah.
Well, you do like her. That's true. People are asking.
yeah.
There are many questions involved here.
Yeah.
But take a listen to what she has to say when it comes to, first of all, how she reacted
Yeah.
to the Australia shooting. Okay.
Yeah.
It's more of a face thing. So this is more of a visual thing. We'll describe it for
Okay.
those just watching the audio.
We are following these shootings in Australia and in Rhode Island. There was a shooting in your district not that long ago, a mass shooting. This is yet another bad day for America.
Yeah, I mean, we are still recovering from the shooting at Annunciation Church. It is a tragedy that this has become a normal occurrence, not just in the United States, but now seeing it in Australia, who's worked really hard to create gun prevention laws to prevent the kind of tragedy that took place today.
Okay, so you saw the face, and I'll describe it. She was smiling. I think she was happy about what happened in Australia.
What I would say, somewhere between Mona Lisa and Cheshire Cat.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah. Like
I
a
think
mix,
that's a
a midpoint
very good
between that.
description. Yes.
Because
yes.
she was definitely uncontained and gleeful.
Oh man, that's crazy. Look, I mean, she doesn't say anything about the Jews.
No.
Doesn't say anything about the Christians.
No.
Those are the two groups that were attacked.
Yeah.
And she says, well, that's just terrible. But gun control, again, that's her answer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm beginning not to like her. That's what I'm saying.
Come on. When you get to know her,
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Well, so Trump's border czar says that the Department of Homeland Security is investigating her for immigration fraud. Yeah.
Nice.
And why, you ask? Well, part of it is that it appears that she married her brother.
Yep.
Gay brother. So.
Oh, he's
I believe he's
alternative.
Gay. Yeah. Well, I don't know with alternative in that way, but he's just gay. I mean, I don't know if that flies very well in the Somali culture, but that's another story. I won't worry about that. But she married her brother for the sake of getting easier access to immigration to get into the country.
Yeah.
So she's confronted in the hallway, and take a listen to how she responds.
Congresswoman, can I ask you your response to Tom Homan saying you're under investigation for immigration? Possible immigration violations, just any response you have to what he's saying in the public.
I have a response because I don't know what they'll be investigating.
So you don't think they would find anything?
Absolutely not.
Why do you think they keep bringing this up in the media?
They're sick.
Because they're sick, she says.
Yep.
Okay, so here's the thing. If in fact there was no marriage with her brother,
Yeah.
then all you have to do is this is not a secret. Marriage certificates are a matter of public record.
Right.
We have the public record.
Yeah.
So to say that it's sick, well then, yeah, I agree with you. It is. But apparently you engage in that sick behavior.
Yeah.
And it's right there. The White House actually posted it, I believe. Yeah, here it is. Check this out. This is from Eric Doherty. He writes, "Holy crap, the White House just posted proof that Ilhan Omar married her brother."
Wow.
Tom Homan said the federal government is now investigating. She must be deported. She committed immigration fraud. Their story proves beyond a reasonable doubt that Omar married her brother for some fraudulent purpose. That's from the Free Beacon. And there it is, a marriage license application. And now she's, like I said, it's a matter of record. You can't say that you're married.
Yeah.
Or without a certificate, at least in America.
Yeah.
And there it was.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. If I were her, I would have said, there's no record of it. You can't find it. It's an absurd thing.
Yeah.
Okay? Some people are getting the jollies off of it, but check the records.
Yeah.
She doesn't say that.
No, God, no.
Yeah.
She's that all of it. That's all it is fraud, and all for not going to say Greater Somalia, but Omar does not seem that there's any non-fraud around her.
Right. That is very true. Very fair. All right. So there's more to talk about, of course, as always.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we have now information that everything is going to be. Okay. There's one more video. Okay, this is from Trump himself talking about the immigration fraud and what happened with Ilhan Omar.
Yeah. In a situation like that, would you like to see her denaturalized or others who have similarly committed
fraud?
Well,
I think she's very bad for our country. All she does is complain. She comes out of a country where they have no government, they have no military, they have no police, they got no nothing. They don't have a country. And they run around killing each other. And then she comes over here. She tells the United States of America how it should be run. We don't want to hear from her. I don't want to hear from her. I don't want to speak for Emmer, but I don't think Emmer particularly wants to hear. But don't say it because I don't want to get you in trouble, okay? Just be nice and easy, all right? I'll do it for you, bud. That part I'll do. But I just want to say that there's nothing worse than a person that comes in and does nothing but bitch and comes from a place where she shouldn't be telling us what to do. She shouldn't be telling us. And everybody agrees with me. And what's happening in Minnesota with Somalia, where billions of dollars is being stolen, right, like candy from a baby, we're not going to let that go on. And it's too great a state to have that happening. And guys like Tom Emmer and others, Pete Stauber, guys like them, they're going to stop it. And they're going to be given the authority to stop it.
Beautiful.
I hope so.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's what he's doing. He's actually now stopping the immigration flow from 12 countries. Now, he just added, I think, 5 other countries, including the Palestinian Authority, the PA.
We had immigration from the PA?
Yeah. They were allowed to come in. Yeah. They were supposedly vetted.
We shouldn't even have visas.
It's a complete ban of traffic from those countries.
Yeah.
Plus, he's actually banning all actual traffic around Venezuela. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is great news.
Yeah.
Okay? And people, of course, well, let me ask you, multiple choice question.
Yeah.
The left are happy with his recent call to ban immigration from those countries? Yes, no, it's unclear. One of those things.
My answer, unelected judge will do a national injunction saying
true.
he can't do that. Because they're the executive branch
That's
now.
true.
Yeah.
None of the above is what you're saying. Okay.
They're going to hate it. Yeah, they're going to.
More than 2.5 million illegal immigrants have left the United States under the Trump administration, including more than 605,000 individuals deported as part of the DHS enforcement operations, and about 1.9 million illegal immigrants who have voluntarily self-deported since January. So that self-deportation thing worked really, really well.
We need to amp up those numbers, but that is
great.
Nice.
And we're really going after the drugs and against Venezuela. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said that the U.S. government will take a recently seized Venezuelan tanker back to a U.S. port and take its oil.
Nice.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
The left is, of course, upset about this.
Oh, yeah.
But this was improper. This is banned oil, and we're not going to let them have it. We'll just take it. So we'll do some piracy of our own. How about that?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it's piracy, but it's for the sake of the world. And we're tough guys, and we don't want you, infusing all sorts of drugs into our country. Maduro I'm telling you, his days are really numbered.
Yeah.
I said about half a month ago, he's going to be out within 3 months.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? Let's say end of February?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good guess. End of February, I would expect a resignation or some sort of toppling of Maduro from Venezuela.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll be off a couple of days, couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months. But that's my reasonable guess right now.
Right.
All we do know is that drugs are now down 94% because of enforcement against the illicit transport of drugs.
Oh, nice.
How can libs be against this?
Yeah.
That's the ultimate question. What? They can only talk about how they feel about the drug cartel guys being killed in the boats, right?
Yeah.
Because it just seems so, violent.
Yeah.
But it's another example of how they can't see past their noses. They don't like that, but they're okay with the hundreds of thousands of people that die alone in their homes.
Yeah.
Children often. They don't see that. There's no big explosion that's captured on video.
No.
But they're dead.
Yeah.
Thanks to the Venezuelans and other drug cartel operatives.
Yeah.
That's the way it works.
Right.
So they only see this big show and they say, that doesn't seem right.
Right.
They deserve to be Mirandized and taken in.
Yeah.
And then they might be released and then they could do more damage to the country.
Right.
Anyway, from the New York Times, the House Democrats on Friday released new images of the estate of the sex offender, Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, wow.
That highlight his ties to celebrities,
Yep.
financiers, and other powerful men, including President Trump, and former President Bill Clinton.
Yep.
So they're being fair and balanced, you see.
Oh, yeah.
The 92 photos selected by Democrats on the Oversight Committee from a trove of 95,000 images in Mr. Epstein's email account and on one of his laptops offer little new detail to eliminate Mr. Epstein's well-documented relationship with the prominent men in politics, business, media, and academia. It was not clear whether Mr. Epstein, who is not in all of the images, took some of the photos or how they ended up in his possession. Okay. What they want to do, and there's a couple of photos where you see Trump surrounded by a bunch of females, and their faces are blurred out, right? Which doesn't tell you whether they're girls or women.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's part of the process. They want to suggest that they're protecting the identities of these women and that they might be some of the sex slaves that were forced to do horrible things on Epstein Island. Wink, wink. Trump probably did that. And then you have other pictures with Trump and Epstein together.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Right.
Are you trying to say that because he once took a photo with Epstein, that means that he was having sex with underage girls? You cannot make that leap. That's an absurd situation. I took a photo with O.J. Simpson once.
No way, really?
Yeah.
That's amazing, actually.
Yeah.
That's actually cool.
Okay, it just happened to be.
Yeah.
Does that mean I murder people?
No.
In driveways, enraged?
Or are an incredible running back, too. Like, he had two parts. Or
that's a good point. Yeah, maybe I'm a great football player.
Yeah.
They want to make the connection, and they have to have it, and they just feel it in their bones.
Yeah.
But when somebody kills people on a mass shooting, let's not rush to judgment.
Right.
Even though he said Allahu Akbar before, who knows? It's a mystery. Why? It must be a German,
right,
or somebody from Iceland who said that.
Or even just to add to that, where I read an announcement on Twitter, take it for a grain of salt, where Hooman said that we have found 50,000 lost children, and they weren't living in the best lives in America out of the 300 lost children that Mayorkas let out.
Right.
They're not bleeding hearts about that, because what happened on Epstein Island, 300,000 times that was because of Mayorkas. And those are tragedies that are happening right now. Not that Epstein... I've been called crazy for like 10 years because I've been on the Epstein thing, and no one would listen. Now suddenly they do, but it's only Trump. Which is something, but yeah, they do not care about the children.
They never care about the children.
No.
It's all a big joke for them. All right, I want to tell you. So people are really angry at Trump.
Yeah,
still, right?
Always.
They make all these assumptions.
Yeah,
take a listen. We've got 3 of them lined up. It's really fun. So this guy from Politburo is asking people, do you have anything nice to say?
Yeah.
Okay, so take a listen. I'm not going to play the whole clip, but it's amazing the responses.
I'm here to protest Donald Trump. I think he should be impeached and removed from office.
You don't know who these people are.
Oh.
You don't have to talk to them.
I'm Matt Miller. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber, a content creator.
Okay,
I live here in
DC.
DC. Thank you.
Anti-fascist?
No, he is fascist.
Oh, no, I'm not. Do you think I'm a fascist?
MAGA media.
MAGA media? Well, I'm not a fascist. I don't work for MAGA media. We work for Politburo.
Well, I'm happy to talk to you.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I think that conversations are important with people, even if we have different opinions, right?
Exactly. I agree.
What do you think your main concerns are with President Trump's administration so far?
I am concerned that we're about to lose our democracy, that he has been on full attack for tearing down the United States, tearing down what we have fought and died for. And if we don't stop him now, he's going to become King Trump, and then it's going to be too fucking late.
Okay, so 2 things I want to say about this clip. First of all, the woman who says, you don't need to talk to him, and she's telling him not to talk to him.
Yeah.
And he's a fascist.
Yeah.
Like, if I were the reporter there, I would say, you don't know anything about me.
Yeah.
You have no clue.
Right.
I'm asking questions here. And even if I support Trump, how do you know that I'm a fascist? How do you decide that?
Yeah.
That's pretty strong vocabulary for somebody who doesn't even know what fascism is.
And that's the question too. Oh, I am being accused of a fascist. Please tell me what that is.
Oh, I love that.
Strong centralized government, authoritarian totalitarianism.
Yeah.
But then
forcing
companies...
private businesses to do the bidding of the government. Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
But then they have one thing, nationalism. We're communism, internationalism. That's no. Everybody's authoritarian and totalitarian. Those are the only systems.
That's it. The other thing I want to point out is that this guy is just speaking out when he asks them, why do you hate him so much? Why do you not have anything nice to say?
Yeah.
And he just says, well, he's destroying democracy. He's the classic stuff, and he's going to try to make himself a king. No facts whatsoever, zero. But they're so hell-bent on being angry. This guy actually went into this big protest.
Yeah.
But he has no facts at all. I mean, it goes to my point before, which is the less they know about Trump, the more angry they are with him.
Of course, with any subject.
Any subject.
Yeah.
Exactly right. So take a listen also to this one. I don't know which one's my favorite. Because there's so many of them. This one is a good one. Now, as she speaks, you'll hear a word, and may I suggest that if you had a drinking game with this word, you'd be drunk within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Here you go.
You know what the problem is with you dirty, nasty, ugly, racist MAGA fucks? Is you cannot hold a civilized, fucking intellectual conversation about anything that's fucking real. You're so goddamn surface level and fucking superficial. All you know how to do is fucking spew your vile, hateful, racist, lying fucking rhetoric. And then when you do try to talk about something real and how Kamala would have been the way better fucking choice, you come at me with some Israel and a fucking war? Bitch, they're in a fucking war! The projection is fucking astounding!
All right, she goes on and on like this.
Yeah.
What I love about this is, I mean, obviously the F word is the drinking word.
Oh, yeah.
You'd be drunk in 30 seconds, right? But she says, you can't even have a civilized conversation. Like, that's civilized?
Yeah.
Like, and then she says something about being out of control, like, or hateful language. What?
Yeah.
So what constitutes, this is calm? Then what is hateful on your end?
Right.
I'd hate to see that.
Yeah.
Here's another one, and this is from a more well-known podcaster. This is from, what's her name? Not Colin Rugg. I forget. Oh, Jennifer Welch. Okay. She plays a clip of someone celebrating Charlie Kirk's murder. And just take a listen to what she says, the very first part of it.
So listen up, Democratic establishment. You can either jump on board with this shit, or we're coming after you in the same way that we come after MAGA. Period. Stop taking AIPAC money. Go on an I'm sorry I took AIPAC money atonement tour if you want to stay in power. Stop missing out on these big rallies. Hakeem and Chuck should have been front and center introducing the next mayor of New York City, but no, they wouldn't show up because they're pussies. They're pussies that are beholden to the same corporations that helped Donald Trump get elected. And this is just an embarrassment. Kudos to Bernie, to AOC, to Zoran. And that woman out in somewhere middle America saying, fuck Charlie Kirk, he was a racist, he was a piece of shit. There are so many more of us than there are of them. And these Democrats that continue to play patty cake with corporations and lobbyists, nobody wants that. Nobody wants you. We want politicians to speak freely and look at what the benefit is. Look at what is happening.
Yeah, politics to speak freely. That's the last thing you want, apparently, Jennifer Welch. Look, again, all the anger out there, the idea, and obviously her attack on Israel and AIPAC as a lobbying entity. These people really, they really are true believers. And this is in the context of how great it was that people hate Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
After his murder.
Yeah.
So this may be my favorite one, though.
Yeah.
Now, notice the nose ring on this young lady.
The mark of sanity.
Yes. There are nose rings and there are nose rings. That's what I take away from this. Okay. Not necessarily what she's saying, although apparently she's saying something.
Yeah.
But all I do is just stare at this nose ring. Check it out.
Just to put my 2 cents into the mix, fuck your purple revolution. I'm never going to forgive those people that voted for him. Ever. And we're done as a society. We are done not holding shitty people accountable when they do something shitty. Like, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to forgive a racist that voted for Trump, who now lost their health care? No, I don't think so. I think you're getting exactly what you voted for, and that just makes me so happy. And just like to add on another thing to, we should just, we need to move on. We need to unite. No, No. You know who had a really good idea? Brad Pitt's character in Inglourious Bastards. I would like to be able to identify you for the rest of your life. Because it is that serious. It is that bad. Purple Revolution. You guys are fucking nuts.
Okay, she's not the nut. Of course, I just want to make that clear.
No.
So the nose ring is a little bit distracting. But notice how she said about the Brad Pitt character in Inglourious Bastards. Do you know what that reference is?
Yeah. Aldo Raines.
Okay. Go ahead and describe it.
I think beating people with a baseball bat to death, right?
No, what
Or
she wants to do to MAGA people like you and me.
Yeah.
She wants to be able to identify us.
Yeah.
How did the Brad Pitt character do that with the German commander at the very end of the movie?
Oh, yeah. He put the giant swastika on it.
Yeah. It's not just put it on.
Yeah.
He took a knife and scarred whatever, drew in.
Yeah.
Not drew in.
Carved it.
Carved a swastika onto the German commander's forehead.
Yeah.
So that he would forever be scarred as a Nazi, identified as a real Nazi.
Right.
And, in the audience, you're whooping it up. Yoo-hoo! That's great. He deserves it because he's such a monster. That's what she wants to do with you and me.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
These people are unhinged. But, you may have noticed that there's a pattern there. It's all women.
Yeah.
But just to show you that it's not just women. No. It's also this older man. And he's pretty pissed with Trump as well.
Yeah.
This is, riffing off of the tweet that he said about Rob Reiner. Here you go.
I mean, to make the comments that you made within hours of Rob Reiner's death and his wife's death is beyond the pale. It's a bridge way too far. The American people are too good for this. We are too decent to have you as our president any longer. You either do this the easy way and resign, or we're going to use every pressure, legally, politically, and otherwise, to get you the hell out of the White House and get you in the court of law so that we can bring justice to you, your family, and later this week, even more so, justice to the children that you raped, who are now women and whose lives have been turned upside down because of your despicable actions.
All right, so that's a libel, right?
Yeah.
He's talking about the Epstein girls, supposedly. Now he's saying that Trump actually engaged in sexual activity with young girls.
Oh, yeah.
No proof of that.
No.
Zero. Believe me, had they had that, they would have, of course, put it out. All they have are photos with Epstein.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then he talks about Americans being too good and too decent to tolerate Trump. And they're going to do everything at their disposal to get rid of him.
Right.
So, yeah, buddy, you already tried that.
Yeah.
Okay. You had 2 impeachments. You had all these lawsuits. Things were pretty bad. So, and you lost them all.
Right.
Okay. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Maybe think like, gosh, did we really have the ability to, maybe we didn't have the facts.
Right.
Maybe we're just not smart enough. Maybe it's not a question of smart enough. Maybe not informed enough.
Right.
Maybe we're not dealing with reality.
Yeah.
Could I just be wrong?
No, they're never going to say that.
They're never going to say it.
No.
This is an example of what Charlie said before about the victimology attitude that they have. So they would rather blame whatever problems they have in their lives on Trump.
Right.
Just inventing stuff like the sexual improprieties that he's suggesting here.
Right.
He'd rather do that.
Yeah.
And whatever failure that he perceives in his own life.
Yeah.
So look, the women especially that we just heard now are emblematic of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
They really are. They are people that you could tell that they're not happy with their lives. Something is missing in their lives. I would suspect that they don't even have a boyfriend. Okay?
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want a boyfriend. Maybe they have a girlfriend. I get it. But for whatever reason, they're truly miserable people.
Yeah.
there's no way that they are actually motivated in their lives.
Right.
That I can say.
Yeah.
All three of the women and this man too, perhaps. This is what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that we need to play their game.
No.
And lean into their madness. I'm not about to suggest that at all. But I am suggesting this is what we're dealing with.
And I think that's the thing that really needs to be driven home, because with Islam, you have to accept Islam for what it is.
Yes.
And it's not the peaceful religion that brings peace and order to this world.
Preach it.
And we have to acknowledge what these women are. They are mad. They are insane. It's lunacy. And if we treat them as sane people, if we treat them as actors who have goodwill and decency, that's when you lose.
Right.
When you don't understand basically your political rival.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
They just don't. All right. But this is an example of what you're saying.
Yeah.
The Obamacare subsidies. This is, they're trying now, that Democrats are trying to advance subsidies for Obamacare so that it could still have legs.
Right.
And insurance policies won't fall apart. And one of the women, I think, was talking about how, maybe this episode or last week, they were talking about, I can't wait till your insurance policies collapse on you.
Yeah.
And then you'll be so, afraid. I just can't wait for that moment. And so an F you for that. I think, was that one of the clips?
Yeah, that was the blonde one. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
And she's so happy about that. Like, well, wait a minute. We told you that this Obamacare thing was a very faulty program. It could not self-sustain itself. That's what you promised us. And now that it's collapsing exactly as we predicted it would, and the reason why we voted against it, now you're saying, keep it alive.
Yeah.
Right? It's like a drug addict at home saying, look, you can't take me off the heroin. I won't be able to function if I go through, what do you call it? Not detox,
or detox.
withdrawal.
Yeah, withdrawal.
If I go withdrawal, it just won't be a pretty picture.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you've got to, get off the heroin.
Yeah.
And that's what this is. Or another analogy I make is trying to inflate a deflating tire.
Yeah.
Okay. You can do it depending on the nature of the puncture.
Right.
You can do it. Maybe your tire will last a couple of days.
Yeah.
But then you have to reinflate it and reinflate. That's what they want. They want us to reinflate this faulty tire. We need to replace the freaking tire.
Right.
How about that?
Because, and that irony is, it's to the big business insurance agencies that it's a giveaway to, and also who benefits are people who don't pay into it, illegal immigrants. And I truly believe those inappropriate surgeries where you try to make a man look like a woman would not exist without Obamacare. We're all paying for that.
Oh, that's such a great point. All right. This is about Israel now, turning to Israel. There's a turning point on the northern front. Israel is shifting in Lebanon from limited pinpoint strikes to waves of attacks that are expected to intensify toward either full escalation or stripping Hezbollah of its weapons.
Wow.
Lebanon has passed a message that by the end of 2025, it will work to clear Hezbollah's weapons from the south, meaning South Lebanon, while Israel responded that if it fails in 2026, it will carry out what is described as a broad decapitation campaign. Recently, the Security Cabinet held a long discussion focused on that Lebanon front.
Yeah.
I think big things are going to happen in 2026 in Israel, and I think Trump is going to support Israel a lot. I really love this man, Trump. I really do love Bibi as well. These are very tough hombres.
Yeah.
And part of what makes them so tough is that they know what they have to do, despite the slings and arrows that they have to face, and the massive hits they will take on their popularity, and even in the case of both Trump and Bibi, lawsuits against them.
Yeah.
And yet they pursue what they know must be done.
Yeah.
They have the power, they have the leadership. The world is counting on them. America is counting on them. The world is counting on them. And more importantly, history and the future of civilization is counting on them.
Yeah.
That's what we have to remember. And that's why I applaud both Trump and Bibi, because it's so much easier to just do what George Bush did, do what Romney would have done, do what Bill Clinton did. Just Just give people what they want. What is it called? Bread and circus, right?
Yeah.
Just give them that.
Yeah.
Never mind that, it's leading to the decline of civilization. You're not going to be the one actually causing it to actually decline. You're just participating in it. You're just one more brick in that wall, as Pink Floyd would have put it.
Yeah.
But that's it. But somebody's going to be overseeing the presidency while America collapses. I mean, God forbid.
Oh, yeah.
And then he'll be the one to blame.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But it's a slow moving train here. And Trump is not having it. Bibi's not having it. Thank God. We will look back on this time in the 2020s and say, this was a turning point.
Yeah.
We really changed things. And we were really going to devastate ourselves without Bibi and Trump.
Yeah.
God bless them indeed. Listen, I want everyone to have a great holiday. We'll see you again on Tuesday, the 23rd, just before Christmas.
Yeah.
But we love you all, and we love America. We love Israel. We love Trump. We love Bibi. We love Charlie Kirk. We love so much of our MAGA friends, our Christian friends, our Jewish friends. We only have one civilization, folks. So we really gotta fight for it. We gotta stand for something.
Yeah.
So with that, I'll say, this is Barak Lurie signing off, saying, God bless, be strong, and we'll talk with you next week.